Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Goff now looks to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Goff throwing again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Allen able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First down, here's Estime. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This complete to Corley. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. To the air, Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on second and long. Allen over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right, that's Williams. Right side to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Back to throw, Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Goff. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Goff now to throw. He's got it to Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 3-3 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65. Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now it's Goff. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Allen now looks to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That one taken in by Corley. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, really limited to on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Goff now looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. 3rd down and 1. To throw is Goff. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Lions have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. This completes a Corley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Allen running right on the option. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Estime. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 8. Motion man is Shakir. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Allen going to try and keep it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle with Brooks here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. So they're able to answer back here in the 3rd quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe in one of the great Grand Slam epics? Go ahead and look it up, folks.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
An inside give to Jones. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books, and the 4th up next here in Super Bowl 65. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1 more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action. 1 more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To the air, Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll hand it to Estime. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Has his man, it's Shakir. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Allen off the play fake, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The give is to Jones. Shedding through the defense. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to throw. Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Goff. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Goff now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To the air again, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Off play action. Here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Allen and the Bills now down by a field goal, a little under 1:50 remaining. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. Allen.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Curtis. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Throwing, Allen. They'll run it with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they'll indeed take a knee. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going quickly out to the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Allen. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
So a moment to savor here. Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Detroit Lions. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance to the turns daylight. So jump in the moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Talking so fast, slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less. Say less. Say less.
You say my look